Next step on your journey is the Asian Garden. This garden comprises of several elements, or perhaps rooms is a better term. The winding path will take you from one feature of this garden to the next seamlessly. Entering the garden, you will be surrounded by huge clumps of tropical bamboos. They're not only the ornamental plants for the garden, but a reminder of how dependent the region is on them for shelter and construction. The inspiration behind the walkwood panels facing the reflective pools come from influences of modern landscape architecture in Asian garden design, here expressed by this garden's designer, Madhe Vijaya. The patterns of the mural walls are reminiscent of the textile patterns found throughout Bali. The columns supporting the overhead pergola were all hand-carved at the designer's shop in Bali and brought to the site where they were installed. Kampang is a symbolic meeting place at the center of the Viennese village. Ficus benjamina at the center is like a village elder presiding over important village matters. The garden is home to numerous ancient Asian stone carvings. These carvings are a testament to the garden's dedication to represent the cultures of the East. The sculptures range in size and complexity, from large and intricate pieces to smaller and simpler works of art. Many of these pieces date back centuries and depict figures, animals, and spiritual symbols. The carvings are a beautiful addition to the garden and serve to remind visitors of the long and meaningful history of the Asian culture. There isn't much point to having a rice paddy if Goddess of Rice isn't going to look over it. And to keep your goddess happy, you must have a shrine. Family shrines are found in family compounds throughout the region. On top of the shrine is a small box with doors where you can leave an offering. As rice is a staple diet among the societies throughout the archipelago and Bali, one shouldn't tempt one's goddess of rice and prosperity. Be sure to leave an offering when visiting a garden. The temple sits in the middle of a pond, and to approach it you will need to walk on a winding path made out of stepping stones. The irregular shape is there for a reason. Apparently, evil spirits have a very hard time following you on the curved walks. Even wise Buddha retired to Florida. He sits under the weeping fig tree, with ferns, string of nickels, and orchids cascading down as he silently taking in the beauty of the gardens surrounding him. The ruinscape is a replica of a Hindu temple from approximately 15th century. In a few short years of being reassembled on this site, nature is doing its part, and with every passing year, plants are encroaching slowly, swallowing up the man-made, and trying to revert back to its natural state. Every sculpture was hand-carved by the artisans and shipped here to be installed in the Asian Garden. The designer, Madhya Vijaya, was careful to create a space that evoked a certain feeling and not to create a space that was a theme park of Asian knockoffs. It is said that Buddha meditated and reached enlightenment under the sacred fig tree, just like this one. There are several stories about how bamboo came to be called bamboo, but I stood and I listened to the 50-foot canes groaning gently in a light breeze. As I was leaving the Asian garden, I walked past several clump-forming bamboos, their trunks shimmering in every possible shade, from blue-gray to yellow to black and to green. It will come to you as no surprise that botanical tourism is big. 25 million people travel to see gardens annually, and 10 times that number worldwide. Some travel to simply relax in calming and beautiful surroundings of the botanical gardens. Others come to admire the seasonal collections of annuals and perennials, and yet others to see the exotic and unusual plants on display. But no other group is a bigger mystery to gardeners than aquatic plants. Out of dark and murky waters, some of the most enigmatic and beautiful plants and flowers emerge. Tropical water lilies, giant taro, and sacred lotus, just to name a few, are in this beautiful water garden. As I left the garden, the skies lit up with one of the most beautiful sunsets I've seen. I ignored the pleas of my GPS and headed west toward the water, racing against the clock to catch the setting sun.
Making a turn. In 3 miles, turn right onto Airport Pavilion Road South.
never did find the beach that evening, but I sat in front of a marina, waiting for the skies to change from golden yellows to oranges and slowly lose its fiery glow to the evening shades of blues and grays. And I was grateful for a perfect end to a perfect day.